Hi everyone, my name is Felipa, and today is day 72 of 365 days of reading this big Bible. It is November the 11th, and unfortunately today we see a great big fall of Solomon, but we don't start with that. We start with God's covenant in a vision with Solomon. So Solomon finishes building the house of the Lord, and the Lord appears to him for a second time, and he once again reminds him, through prayer and supplication you made before me, my heart shall be there perpetually. If you'll walk with me as your father David walked with me, if you have integrity in your heart, uprightness, do according to all that I command thee, I will keep my statutes and my judgments for you. And there is just like a little section here of saying that Solomon had many workers, lots of people who were in bond service, but not the children of Israel, because they were men of war, servants, princes, captains, things like that. But other people were essentially like his slaves. Then the Queen of Sheba hears of all of the wonder of Solomon and his proverbs, his teachings, his wisdom, how he rules his kingdom, his riches. And she comes down and she visits him and she says, I did not believe it, and you are far greater than all the tales and stories I have been told. So he far supersedes her opinions of him. He has a ton of gold. In chapter 10, verse 23, it says here, so King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom, and all the earth sought to Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. So he's like quite something. Unfortunately, Solomon's wives and concubines draw him into idolatry. And so then we go on to this section here where, unfortunately, as, tale as old as time has it, a man gets drawn into the spinster webs by a woman, which is always hilarious. And this section is titled Solomon's Wives and Concubines Draw Him into Idolatry. So this is funny because, it's the wives and the concubines that harm him. But, let's not skip the part where he's got 1,000 wives. And so they essentially have their own gods. And so they get him to worship gods like Ashtoreth, Chemosh, and Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon. And so God is quite angry with Solomon because he turns his heart away from God and from how his father David used to obey the Lord. And so because of this, God says, well, I'm going to create havoc in your kingdom and take this away from you. And he stirs up problems and he creates adversaries, Hadad of Edom and Rezon of Syria. And so these are individuals who are now becoming adversaries to Israel and to Solomon. There is also another adversary, Jeroboam, one of his officials. It says the son of Nebat. And he also puts, it says, his hand against the king. And there is a situation here where it says that he went out of Jerusalem and a prophet found him in the way, and he took his garment and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said he's speaking in the name of the Lord, saying that the Lord will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon and will give 10 tribes to thee. And so this is essentially where we end this section, is Solomon passes away after a 40-year reign, and he is succeeded by Rehoboam, his son, after this 40-year reign. And the other individual, Jeroboam, Solomon found out about him and basically chased him, and he fled into Egypt. So now we have Rehoboam, who is his son, and now he is reigning in his stead. That is it for day 72. Tomorrow is day 73, and I will figure out where we go from here. But thank you for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.